everyone, and welcome back to Adventures in Collecting, our YouTube channel where we talk about the toys and take a closer look at the ones that we mentioned on the show, on the podcast. So this is the Marvel Legends Cable figure. And as you can see from the box to the figure to the pictures I'm sure you've seen already online of this figure, all you have to do is watch Jay Hernandez's posing session on this, and it's mind-blowing. The team at Hasbro really fucking crushed it on this figure. And I went to nearly the ends of the earth in terms of Walmarts, in order to find it. And, I'm here today to unbox it. So, going through the box real quick, like the other Fox figures, it does have the different Marvel Legends box. However, unique to the Deadpool figures, outside of the X-Men ones, Deadpool has graffitied on the box. So we have his nice little handwriting here, his logo covering up the X-Men logo, all over the box, along with just the detail of the art and the figure on the box, and a nice big window that shows you all the accessories. And as you can see, there are quite a few there. Now, unlike the other Marvel Legends, these are priced at $25 as opposed to $20. There's a little bit of an upcharge. I'm not sure whether that's because of the Fox licensing or simply because there's more accessories and detail with these figures. But what we are going to do is, like always, we're going to open them up and take a closer look. So I will be back in a flash, and I don't need to use a wrist-based time travel method. I will be able to do that with the power of editing.
I'm Cable, and I'm from the future, and I like blowing shit up. Pew, 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 pew.
And just like that, we're back with a snap. So I, of course, have this gorgeous figure out of the box. And of course, we will get him in the light box, but this just absolutely nails the likeness of Josh Brolin and the Cable character. And let's get into the detail, because there is a lot of it. So the detail, starting with the face, the hair, including his sweet fade. He's got neck detail. As you can see, we'll take the cape off. The cape is a nice flexible plastic. It's got a lot of detail in it, including a hood that you can't use, but it is there. You don't need to remove the head to take the cape off, which is a huge plus. That way you're not constantly, porting and unporting the head. But let's take it off to take a better look at the detail on the figure. So, as I mentioned, you do have the bionic pieces in the neck there, as well as the fully bionic arm. The detail is great. You have the teddy. So cool. All right. Continuing on, you get two holsters. You get one for his sidearm here, standard looking handgun, and then you get one that it actually serves a dual purpose. So this is pretty cool. We'll come back to Cable here in a second. So you get his BMF, or BFG, excuse me. You get his BFG here. And the BFG, awesome detail. It's got a ton of fun things on it, scopes and grips and everything. But what's neat is you get two attachments here. So you do get a little bit of like a sawed off kind of shotgun here. But what's neat is you can take the grenade launcher looking attachment and you can actually switch it and add the sawed off to the bottom of it. And then on him, and you can see there's just little rails in here that slide on to this piece. And then depending on which piece you're using, both the sawed off and the grenade launcher bit fit in to the second holster on Cable here. So a lot like the Snake Eyes figure that Hasbro recently put out for the classified line, he can carry his entire loadout, which is awesome. I just love the amount of thought that goes into something like that, how these pieces can stay with the character, and he kind of always is ready for anything, so that's fantastic. The figure does have a vest. It is not removable. There is no way to take the vest off, which is fine by me. Has some really great molded on ammunition pieces you can see up here. These look like they might be grenades or some kind of C4. Onto his belt, down to his pants, which have great detail. You know, he's rocking the cargo pants, even though it's the future. And then his boots. So all in all, great figure. It looks like this is, I could be wrong, but it looks like it is mostly newly sculpted pieces. Yeah, but they all look great. They really kind of sell the part of Cable there, and I can't wait to get Deadpool with him. So let's go into the articulation, and we'll leave the cape on for this. That way you can kind of see how it encumbers him or doesn't. So the head, of course, you can look pretty far down, even with the cape on, pretty far up. There you go, way up, actually. He has tilt to the left, tilt to the right, and of course he can spin all the way around. Moving on to the arms, so his regular human arm, you know, he does not have butterfly joints. It is just a standard ball joint, but he can go all the way out. He has the bicep swivel. He has the double elbow joint, and then he does pivot at the hand. And what's nice is it's the pivot this way, as you can see, which is great for posing with weaponry, which is awesome. He does come with interchangeable fists, and what's nice is they moved the pivot as opposed to this, which is really nice, again, for the purpose of posing. Being able to torque the wrists like that really does help. Onto the bionic arm. The bionic arm has a little bit more tooling to it, as you can see, including this like shoulder pad. So even with that shoulder pad, it does have clearance underneath his shirt there, so he can go all the way out without problem. Again, double jointed elbow and that same up and down motion. And he does come with an alternate hand for that as well, which is also a fist. Into the midsection here, let's see. He does have, it's just a standard ab crunch under there, but he can bend pretty far forward. You know, at this one, we are going to take the cape off for. He can bend pretty far forward and enough back. His vest does encumber that movement quite a bit, but you know, it's definitely there. No side to side movement there. And he does rotate at the waist, and the belt is placed appropriately, so that way he can still rotate. He can do the splits. He has your upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee, and then there's actually an additional calf swivel, which is really nice. And then we have up and down at the foot, as well as, let's see, do we have a rock? There is no rock. So instead of having an ankle rocker, he is able to articulate at the calf. This figure it's just stunning. The fact that this is even a $25 figure, I'm really blown away. I'm really blown away by some of the things that Hasbro has accomplished in 2020. This is for sure a highlight of the Marvel Legends line. Whether or not, you know, regardless of your feelings of the Deadpool films, I feel like this is kind of a quintessential Cable figure. I mean, it just really kind of captures the spirit of you know, Josh Brolin's performance. And I'm just, real quick, as I'm talking here, I'm just gonna kind of put him into a general pose so you can see just kind of how quickly he can, yeah, I mean, really simply he can hold the gun. And I mean, I know there's going to be, I'm just doing a quick stand test here, and he stands very easily, very easily. He has a great center of gravity. That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, this is an incredible figure, loaded with detail, loaded with fun accessories, posable. He is photogenic. He nails the likeness. He nails the scale. It's just across the board a solid entry into the Marvel Legends line, and definitely a contender for 6-inch figure of the year. By far a contender for 6-inch figure of the year. This is a Walmart exclusive, so I'm sorry for those of you that are overseas. Hopefully somebody like Damning Toys or some of the other online retailers will get him at a later date. He has been a royal pain in the ass to find stateside as of August 23rd, 2020. Walmart's appeared to be getting him 6 at a time, and then that is it. Their systems say that he is discontinued and that there is no fulfillment. I did have him pre-ordered, but because of the way that sometimes things work with Walmart and the way these figures are distributed, I was very nervous that those pre-orders were going to get canceled back from the San Diego Comic-Con, Walmart, CollectorCon time period. So I chased and I found him, and I'm glad I did. I can't recommend him enough. This is like 6 thumbs up. Go back in time if you have to find him. I'm sure the aftermarket is going to be insane on him, but it is a fantastic figure. I can't wait to get him in the light box. I'm still waiting again, as of August 2020, I'm still waiting for Deadpool and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I do have Domino. I can't wait to crack her open as well, but this guy he fucking rips. It's unbelievable. So, that being said, as always, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button down there so that way you're not missing videos like this where we take a deeper dive into the toys that we talk about all the time on the podcast. Make sure you're following us here at AIC_podcast on Instagram and Twitter, where we are constantly posting toy news and all of the cool new things that we find, and how we're finding things like this, methods that we're using, tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, where it all started, the podcast. So if you're not listening to the podcast, that's kind of our home base. We have a new episode every other Monday. And we have all kinds of guests on all the time, taking deep dives into topics. It's a lot of fun. So you can find Adventures in Collecting wherever you find podcasts, or you could click the link below to our website and take a look at all of the different platforms that we're on and choose the one that you want. While you're there, please leave us a rating and review and comment below and tell us what you think of Cable and what you think of the show and what you want to hear from us, because we're open to anything. We want to hear from you guys as well. So with that, make sure you stick around after the fade here for, of course, the poses in the light box. And as always, until next time.